Just to show you, it's been frosty. It was -3 last night. You see the top of this sheep trailer, how white it is. See that? And here's the general landscape. So you see the grass is frosted. So one of the strange things about nature is, here's a can of water. Now if you look at it, if I turn it sideways, you see what happens. It's frozen at the top. There's about a 1/4 inch. See, it won't squeeze there. It's frozen down about that far. Maybe a little less. But down at the bottom, it's just ordinary water. So if we turn it up, you'll see bubbles at the top, see? Now, that is one of the great things about nature. If water froze from the bottom up, you'd have no fish life at all. You'd have no aquatic life, and we probably wouldn't be here. But water freezes from the top down. I don't know, can you see it? I see that there. You can do it yourself. And that means only the top freezes. But it can freeze all the way down if it's out of the ground. But if it's in the ground, like in a lake, it won't freeze all the way down. The temperature today of underground water is about 7 degrees centigrade. It's an interesting point. Here's a blow lamp. I'll show it to you here. You'll buy these anywhere. But these are designed to work down the way. You just turn them on. And there's a little lighter here, and away you go. Now if you turn them up the way, they won't work well. The gas will come out here. Now the way all these work is, the gas is put up here and it mixes with the air. And because there's enough pressure in the gas coming out to move it on up the pipe, the air gets in and you have a mixture of air. Now if I stop the air, you'll see what happens. So you see, when you take the oxygen away, it doesn't burn as well. But these are very handy if it's only lighting the fire. If you give the fire a good blast, they're very good for burning stuff. If you have to burn stuff, or if you have to burn something, they work down the way. And there may be many applications. Amazing how often I use these around the farm. Now if a pipe is frozen, you can play it on the pipe and heat it up, because you'll normally be standing and you're working down the way. So have you that got there? Propane butane mix, right? And it's you'll get them. The screw on here. Now the thing about propane is that propane freezes at a very low temperature. It'll freeze into a form of ice. It'll solidify in frost, and butane won't. So what they do is they mix propane and butane for that purpose. And although the red cylinders now all show that they're pure propane, that there's no doubt about that. But anyway, I know it from model engineering, where they make these furnaces for model steam engines and that there has to be some butane mixed in with the propane. See it here. I don't know, can you see that there? Anyway, I don't know, can you see it there? It's there on it anyway. There it is there. Butane propane mix. So anyway, you learn something every day. They're a handy yoke. A few blow lamps is no harm, and that cylinder there, well, they're dear now. That costs about 5 something, but it lasts a long time. You know, it'll do for a long time. We'll see now, is there anything else? Well, I'm just showing you. Unfortunately, that big ugly windmill is there, but I'm just showing you the landscape so you can see the frost on the grass in rural Ireland, because this thing about we have global warming, I don't buy it. This has been the way since I was a child. But I do remember way back, a very young lad in 1963, and I had the Wellingtons on me, and the snow came up above my knees. With my father, he let me walk out, and I got caught. I couldn't nearly get back with the snow. That was a one-off in 1963. So it's otherwise nice weather, but I tend to like the heat. Well, maybe it's good enough when you're here today. If you're doing any job, it's perfect for doing a lot of jobs. And in fact, you could go out on land on a tractor because the land is fairly hard underneath. There used to be an old saying in Russian military circles that they had a general, one great general working for them, and that was General Frost. That a lot of people from Europe never understood how harsh the Russian winter is, Napoleon and Hitler, and when they got over there, they realised how hard the weather was, and they couldn't function the same. And equipment doesn't function as well in very cold weather. Vehicles are harder to start, and all of that. So that's all right. Well, we'll see you back. I don't think I'm leaving that out now. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of stick from people I know over Trump. They hate Trump. You're wrong on Trump, to tell you. Oh, he's a villain. They have him blacklisted to an awful degree. They're getting a dose of RTE. But the thing about it is, I've been fighting these windmills here for 20 years, saying they're useless. And you have Keir Starmer in England, a Labour government, all of which are pro-Europe. All of the UK cabinet is pro-EU. They're all Remainers and Ramoners. And the EU is big into this, and I've been trying to tell them they're a scam. And now the economies of Europe are collapsing because of these yokes, partly. Okay? But Trump has told Starmer not to put them up in the North Sea, that they're no good. Go and dig for the oil. And how can I dislike Trump? That's, by the way, a scarf. It's not a lump. I'm not a hunchback. How can I dislike Trump when he comes along and points out that obvious thing? When the people who are anti-Trump cannot see that that's a scam, and Trump can see it's a scam, how am I supposed to pick them over him? It's just a point. And many people say he's a bully, he's this, that and the other, he's not democratic. After him winning the popular vote and the electoral college vote by a landslide, he's not democratic. So this is what our neighbours get. And this is why we have to confront them and give it to them. Don't be afraid to tell them off at wakes and weddings and anything like that. Not a sad wake now, if it's a sad wake. But if it's an old person dies or something like that, or you're at a wedding, give it to them. Tell them Trump is good. And I'm now hope to start some campaign. I believe he should be beatified as a saint in the Catholic Church. I don't know if there are any saints in the Presbyterian Church. We should start the process of beatification for now and have him made a beatified, whatever that means. What is a beatified saint? Before he's a saint, I don't know. And then when he eventually kicks the bucket, I hope it's 30 years from now, when he's eventually gone, he can be made a full saint. I fully agree. I'll vote for that any time. Any event, maybe the bishops wouldn't and all of that. I think he does have saintly attributes, and the fact that he escaped the bullet in Pennsylvania last September, I mean, that was divine intervention, there's no doubt. And the fact that Musk came along and he gave it the stick to the idiots in England, it's of great news. I mean, there must be a God up there making all this great stuff happen. We'll see you back soon. Comment underneath, and bye-bye for now. Thank you.